Hey, Shalom.
Shalom. Shalom.
First and foremost, we want to start off by giving all praises to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash.
double honors to Apostles and Elders, Great Millstone. Peace and salutations to all sincere Akim during afflictions, making the calling election sure. The Living Waters Camp down in Georgia, and we just roll in the spirit. Lord willing, just be edifying to the elect. Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash, Barakatham, to all sincere listeners who may hear this. You wanted to kick it off, or?
You got some?
I have one, unless you got some.
I got one too, but bring up what you got, brother.
Okay. This is in St. Matthew 12, and I'm going to start at 36. It says, But I say unto you, that every idle word that men shall speak, they shall give account thereof in the day of judgment. You got it, bro.
Yeah, and that's the scary thing of this, man. You know what I'm saying? You gotta watch what you say, man. You know, because Yahweh Shemashah, he'll hold you to that. You know, like they go into that Matthew the 7th chapter when they say, "Judge not, or you'll be judged." You know, because you out here speaking, you know, about other brothers and what they're doing, as if they're wrong and they're gonna be destroyed, or you know, they're so off. Well, you better just make sure you ain't never did that, man, or you ain't never slipped up. You know what I'm saying? Because the Lord's gonna hold you to that, man. You know, that's why we gotta be real careful with the things we say, man. And what was that? What was that script?
St. Matthew 12 and 36.
Bring it out one more time, huh?
Come. This is St. Matthew 12, 36. It says, this is Yahushua speaking. But I say unto you, that every idle word that men shall speak, they shall give account thereof in the day of judgment.
Can we get that word idle?
Come.
It said, because every idle word man shall speak, they're going to give account thereof for thereof in the day of judgment. Just roughly paraphrasing, you know. So every idle word that you speak, you're going to have to account for that. You know, that's why it's very, you know, brothers got to be very, very mindful of what they're speaking out here, because Yahushua, he need answers. You know what I'm saying? He need answers.
Mm-hmm. The word idle, Strong's G 692, Argos. It says, free from labor, at leisure, lazy, shunning the labor which one ought to perform.
Yeah, what scripture say in Sirach, the 8th chapter, or the 7th chapter, you know, Barakatah. You know, it says, hate not laborious work, man. You know, so, you know, and that's a part of this. You gotta, you know, constantly be laboring, man. You know, even in your mind, even with the words you say, you know, with the vibrations you push out, the things you do, man. You know, everything is a labor in this truth, man. You know, we constantly laboring, man. We constantly working, man. You know, we on the clock 24/7, man. You know, even when you're not doing these videos, you know, you're not so-called reading, studying, praying. You know, we're always on the clock. You know, we're always doing the work of Yahweh Shemashah, you know. So we gotta, you know, be mindful of what we saying as well, you know.
Mm-hmm. And just to get verse 37, it says, for by thy words thou shalt be justified, and by thy words thou shalt be condemned.
Yeah, because that's what the Lord is looking at, man. You know, tell you, I think it's Matthew the 7th chapter. Yahushua says, not what goeth in a man that defileth him, but what goes out of him that defileth him. You know, is that Matthew 7 out, or is that?
Let me double check.
Slide. I know I might be wrong on that.
I know they got 15. It in Matthew. They got it in Mark. Let's see.
Matthew 15.
Yeah, Matthew 15.
Matthew 15, yeah, Khan. You can bring it out for me real quick.
Khan. This is in St. Matthew 15 and verse 11. Let me just start at 10. It says, and he called the multitude and said unto them, hear and understand. Verse 11, it says, not that which goeth into the mouth defileth a man, but that which cometh out of the mouth, this defileth a man.
You know, so it says that which goeth into, not that which goeth into the mouth defileth a man, you know, but that which cometh out of the mouth is this defileth a man. Like we just read in Matthew the 12th chapter, you know, by thy words thou should be justified, or by thy words thou should be condemned, man. You know, why? Because what you put out what vibration you put out is what you're gonna get back. You know, that's a natural natural law of physics, so to speak. Like Esau would say, man, what goes up must come down.
Yeah.
You know, this basic understanding. The same thing you put out is what you're gonna get back, man. You know, so you know we gotta let our speech, you know, always be seasoned with grace. Oh, let's get that scripture. Seasoned with grace. Take in season.
Colossians 4 and 6.
Come on.
It says, Colossians 4 and 6. Let your speech be always with grace, seasoned with salt, that ye may know ye ought to answer every man.
You see, so we gotta always let our speech be seasoned with grace. I mean, be with grace, man.
I agree one more time.
Con.
Missed the word.
There you go, brother.
It says, let your speech be always with grace, seasoned with salt, that ye may know how ye ought to answer every man.
Yeah, it says, let your speech always be with grace, man. Seasoned with salt, you know, so you can know how to answer every man. Who's the man ultimately that we're trying to answer? Yahweh Shai. You know, because he said, by thy words thou should be justified, and by thy words thou should be condemned. You know, for every you gonna give account for every idle word that you speak, man. And that was out of the mouth of Yahweh Shai. So obviously Yahweh Shai is gonna be requiring that which is past, man. You know, and you know, a part of that is the words that you've been speaking, man. You know, what you've been saying about the Lord. The Lord is, you know, merciful. He's gonna look out for you. You know, but you ain't been doing what you need to be doing to get looked out for. You know, so you know, you one-sided. You know, the Lord just gonna destroy you if you do one little thing wrong. What the Lord gonna play off however you playing out here. You know what I'm saying? You can't. You put the Lord in the box. He gonna put you in the box. You know.
Yep. Yeah, something more.
Oh, it's not. No, you good? You got something, brother? No. Okay. You got it, bro.
Let me get this. This is in James 3 and verse 5. It says, even so the tongue is a little member, and boasts of great things. Behold, how great a matter a little fire kindleth. It says, and the tongue is a fire, a world of iniquity. So is the tongue among our members, that it defileth the whole body, and setteth on fire the course of nature, and is set on fire of hell.
Yeah, so, you know, the matter of fact, he read on that.
It says, for every kind of beast, and of birds, and of serpents, and of things in the sea, is tamed, and hath been tamed of mankind, but the tongue can no man tame. It is an unruly evil, full of deadly poison.
Yeah, that's it right there, man. The tongue, you know, your mouth, it's full of deadly poison, man. You know what I'm saying? Deadly, man. You know, that's matter of fact, can we get that word deadly? You know, because that's what the tongue is full of, man. Deadly poison, man. You can tame a lot of things, man, but you can't tame the tongue. That's why ultimately you're gonna be judged or justified or condemned by the words that come out, come off your tongue, man. You know. God.
This is Proverbs 17 and 7. It says, excellent speech becometh not a fool, much less do lying lips a prince.
Yeah, so hold on. Hold that precept. Salat, we should have got this first. But that was a beautiful precept.
That word deadly is Strong's G2287. Death bearing, fatal, deadly. Death bringing, deadly.
God, bro. Yeah, so death bringing. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, your tongue will bring forth death. By thy words thou should be justified, and by thy words thou should be condemned, man. You know, it's full of deadly poison. You know, full of deadly poison, man. You know, poison get into you, man. You finish, man. You know, you get poisoned, it's a wrap. You know. You can read that one more time, Mark.
This is Proverbs 17 and 7. It says, excellent speech becometh not a fool, much less do lying lips a prince.
Yeah, so ultimately you're not gonna receive salvation from our Lord Yahweh Shai Mashiach, man. You know, you're not gonna be a part of that royal priesthood. You know, like the brother been going into. You know, you're not gonna be a part of that. You know, that elect body, man. You know. You're not gonna be a part of that, man. Why? Because you got lying lips, man. You know, because anything that's idle words, you know, those are lies, man. We know what's gonna happen to liars according to Revelation 21st chapter, man. They're gonna have their place in the lake of fire. They're not gonna see the salvation of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, man. You know, so if you speaking adverse to the scriptures, man, you know, or just speaking vain words, man, you gonna be knocked off out here, man. You know, you got something out.
Now what you want me to get?
You get Sirach 3 and 24.
Con.
Love this up.
This is Sirach 3 in verse 24. It's like it says, "For many are deceived by their own vain opinion, and an evil suspicion hath overthrown their judgment."
And an evil suspicion have overthrown their judgment, man. You know, because we supposed to be judges of the earth, man. You know, they say, you know, 1 Corinthians the 6th chapter tell you you're not able to judge the smallest matter, man. You know, so ultimately, you know, you read the precept one more time for me, brother?
Con. It says, "For many are deceived by their own vain opinion,
Mm-hmm.
and an evil suspicion hath overthrown their judgment."
Yeah, and the evil suspicion has overthrown their judgment. So right judgment is not proceeding out of your mouth, man. You know, matter of fact, let me see if I can find that precept. Right judgment. You know, so you gonna be overthrown. You know, because you got evil suspicions. You letting vain words come out of your mouth. You know, then you're going to be overthrown, you know, because your judgment wasn't correct, and you're going to be judged for that, man. You know, you're going to be judged in your incorrections, man, correctly, you know. That's the balance, you know.
Yep. You want me to bring something out?
You got something? Try to see if I
Um,
can find that precept.
Okay, Con. Nah, I can hold out.
You got Sirach 30:29 for me?
Till 329.
So, Sirach 32 and 9.
This is the book of Sirach 32 in verse 9. It says, "If thou be among great men, make not thyself equal with them. And when
Start at 7, Salaki, brother.
This is Sirach 32 and 7. It says, "Speak, young man, if there be need of thee,
Mm-hmm.
and yet scarcely when thou art asked twice."
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So it says, "Speak, young man, when there is need of thee, man." It ain't always need of you to speak, you know. That's a thing that a lot of Jakes gotta understand. You know what I'm saying? Brothers, period, you know, they want to speak up, but every time ain't the time to speak, man. You know. Well, Ecclesiastes 3.
Ecclesiastes 3, yeah, we gotta get that.
Oh yeah, kind. Might as well grab it.
Might as well. Yep. This is in Ecclesiastes 3. I'm gonna just start at 1. It says, "To everything there is a season, and a time to every purpose under the heaven." Slakia. Just to jump down to the point. Slakia, where is that? I could just keep reading, but okay, verse 7, Slak. Ecclesiastes 3 and 7, it says, "A time to rend and a time to sue, a time to keep silence and a time to speak."
Yeah, so it's a time to be silent and it's a time to speak, man. You know, which we got our time to speak, you know, as man of the Lord, as servants of the Lord, when we, you know, push forth the Lord's word, man. Really, that's the only thing we're supposed to be speaking, man. You know, is the word of the Lord, man. You know, really, you know, that's the scriptures told us in Colossians the 4th chapter, let your speech always be seasoned with grace, man. I mean, always be with grace and seasoned with salt, man. And what's that? That's, you know, the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, man, moving with when you speak, man. That's all the time, period. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta know how to speak according to the scriptures. You know, even when you delegating tasks in the world, man. You know, you might not let somebody directly know what you're a part of or what's going on, or just a straight sticky icky. You know what I'm saying? But you gotta know how to supplant according to, you know, spiritually on the right hand side, man. You know.
Yep, I got one.
Okay. You got one.
This is 1 Peter 4 and 11. It says, "If any man speak, let him speak as the oracles of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. If any man minister, let him do it as of the ability which Yahweh Shai giveth, that the Most High in all things may be glorified through Hamashiach Yahweh Shai, to whom be praise and dominion forever and ever. Amen.
Oh, you gotta read that one more time. Read it a little bit slower.
Yeah.
That's fire.
Yeah, this is 1 Peter 4:11. It says, if any man speak.
So if any man speaks, you know what I'm saying? What you gotta do?
Let him speak as the oracles of Yahweh Shai.
Let him speak as the oracles of Yahweh Shai. So if you're gonna speak, you gotta speak according to the oracles of Yahweh Shai. Can we get that word oracle real quick?
Okay.
Because if you speaking, you better make sure it's according to the oracles of Yahweh Shai. Why? Because what's the precept we kicked it off with? Matthew 12 and 36. You know, by thy words thou should be justified, and by thy words thou should be condemned, man. You know, and this something I gotta be more cognizant of myself, man. You know, because I ain't trying to condemn myself, afflict myself in my own counsel. You know what I'm saying? That's something that could easily happen, man. You know, that's a part of the these demons with their cunning arts, man. You know.
Mm-hmm.
God, let me get the definition real quick.
I was gonna double check it because that was in Colossians 4 and 6, right?
That was in 1 Peter 4 and 11, what you just read.
It's like I'm holding the other one. 1 Peter 4, yeah, you're right. 1 Peter 4 and 11. You want to get that word oracle?
God, Baba Kasha.
Alright. The word oracle, that's Strong's G 3051. Just had Edomite say it.
Strong's G 3051.
Okay.
Lagion.
Yeah, same thing. It says a brief utterance, a divine oracle. In parentheses says doubtless because oracles were generally brief. In the New Testament, the words or utterances of God and the contents of the Mosaic Law.
So, hold on. Let's see.
Yeah, that's what I was looking at. I was double checking it to make sure. But
No, you good. That made me think because it said utterance. Ooh. Hold on. Let's get this real quick. I got a quick one. I know we got some more on that precept. This 2 Corinthians 8 and 7. Therefore, as ye abound in everything, in faith, in utterance, in knowledge, and in all diligence, and in your love to us, see that ye abound in this grace also. You know, it says, let's read verse 8. I speak not by commandment, but by occasion of the forwardness of others, and to prove the sincerity of your love. You know, so Apostle Paul was telling us to even abound in utterance, man. You know, even when we just uttering things, you know. Why? Because when we utter things, you know, they're supposed to be according to the oracles of Yahweh Shai. That's like a divine utterance. You know, because we know Proverbs 16 and 1 tell you the preparations of the heart come from Yahweh Shai. You know, so before we speak, you know, we gotta make sure, okay, is this something according to the oracle of Yahweh Shai? Is this something there'll be an utterance from Yahweh Shai in righteousness? You know, or do I have a evil messenger sitting on me? You know, do I have an evil messenger on me? You know,
right.
Because it say, evil man seek of rebellion, therefore a cruel messenger shall be sent unto him, man. You know, so you'll get a cruel message, man. You know, you'll be speaking a cruel message because you got a cruel messenger on you, man. You know, so you know you gotta make sure you're not rebelling against the oracles of Yahweh Shai, even in your speech. You know,
Right.
You had something to say up?
Yeah, I was just gonna add, like, in the world they be saying, like, you know, like they be having like declaration statements, like trying to affirm yourself to like just motivate. Oh, I could do this. Like, they say like you're not supposed to say, oh, I can't do that. I can't. If you saying that, then it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like you basically your words is good. Like the scriptures say, like your words you be condemned.
Yeah, they call it like what's that book? It's like the law of attraction or something.
Law
like
of attraction
that.
or something. Yeah, something like along that line.
Con, bro. Yup.
There's another point I was gonna make, but yeah, that's, you know what I'm saying? That's basically like if you apply it to the scriptures. I mean, that, you know what I'm saying? You don't want to say, oh, I can't do this. Like, you know what I'm saying? ultimately we go in. We always say like Lord willing. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? At the end of the day, if it's something
Right.
that we can or can't do, if it be the Lord's will, yeah, we could do it. You know what I'm saying?
What scripture say, with all thy might.
All that might.
You know what I'm saying? So you got some kind of might in you to do something. You
Yeah.
know?
Yep.
You go back to that First Peter 4.
1 Peter 4:11. If any man speak, let him speak as the oracles of Yahweh Shem Yahushua.
Mhm.
If any man minister, let him do it as of the ability which Yahweh Shem Yahushua giveth.
Ooh, let him do it according to the ability that Yahweh Shema Shai give. That go into that Proverbs 16. You know, the preparations of the heart of man and the answer of the tongue is from the Lord. So you got to make sure the answer of the tongue is from the Lord and on the right hand. Because we know Yahweh Shema Shai, he deal with the right and the left, man. So that crew, if you're rebelling against the way you're supposed to minister in righteousness, you know, then Yahweh Shema Shai will allow a cruel messenger to get sent on you, man. You know, and then you will be speaking adverse into the oracles of Yahweh Shema Shai. You know,
Yep. Remind me of the lesson I think you was thinking about doing, how like Satan's just going super hard. Like we approaching the end, the demons could hop on Jake, man. Like doubt demon, pride demon. Like that's demons that could hop on you. And when you talking with that demon on you, then that's a fearful thing, man.
Con, bro. Yep. That was it on that. Read that last part one more time. So like you.
Says if any man minister, let him do it as of the ability which Yahweh Shem Yahushua giveth.
Yeah, that's the ability of Yahweh Shema Shai give him. So he gives us the ability to speak. You know what I'm saying? So you can't go outside of the range of what Yahweh Shema Shai is giving you, man. You know, and that's why you gotta know your measure, man. You know, you gotta know your measure. You know, because if you try to overstep your measure, then you'll be not spoke out of season, man. You know, and you'll be not said the wrong thing, man. You know, scripture say a fool uttereth his whole mind. You know what I'm saying? So you utter, you know, we know stripes are prepared for the backs of fools, man. You know, so you don't want to be that fool who got stripes waiting on you. You know, Luke the 12th chapter, to whom much is given, much is required. Yahweh Shema Shai gave us abilities, spiritual gifts to be able to, you know, discern spirits, to be able. But one of the spiritual gifts was the tongue. You know, being able to speak with the tongue, man. You know, so you got to use that gift according to what Yahweh Shema Shai to fulfill his way in everything that you do. You know, or you know you could be judged, man, because we know wisdom shall not dwell in a malicious soul. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So if you got a evil intent, you know, because maliciousness pretty much going to evil intent. You know, which is evil if it's outside of Yahweh Shema Shai. You know, what's the opposite of evil? Good. And Yahweh only is good. You know, so if you try to go outside of the word of Yahweh Shema Shai, that's evil, man. You know, and that wisdom not gonna dwell with you. Ultimately, a demon gonna hop on you, man. You know what I'm saying? Your words not gonna be official, man. You know, it's a lot, bro. I know you had something.
Oh no, I'm good.
Okay, kind. You got it, brother. You bring it, whatever.
Oh,
You said the precept?
Oh, good.
Okay, kind. You had something I could bring out, James, too.
Yeah, I got Sirach 22. Bring down Sirach. It's Sirach 22 in verse 6. It says, "A tale out of season is as music in mourning, but stripes and correction of wisdom are never out of time." You know?
Yeah, so like the brother was saying, you know, like if you want to speak, not according as the scripture says, let if any word comes out of your mouth, let it be of an of an upright measure, all right, towards Yahweh Shema Shai, you know, dealing with the words that He has ordained you to speak, you know, in the spirit and in the season, because you can't just speak whenever or however you want to speak. That's off in a myriad of ways. You know, you don't want to be that brother that just like the scripture says, a fool utter his whole mind. You don't want to be that brother. You know, you want to be a brother that, you know what I'm saying, that's measured. You know what I'm saying, that's circumspect. Ultimately, it goes back to that. You know, being understanding of what's going on, the situation that you're in, and what's actually, you know, what's actually taking place at that moment. You know, before you just start uttering. The scripture also says, I believe in Sirach, where it says, you know what I'm saying, you have to learn the whole matter. You know what I'm saying? Before you speak.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Good.
No, Con, I was gonna try to get that precept for you. Bring out what you got, bro.
Just to land back, this is in 1 Corinthians 13:1. It says, "Though I speak with the tongues of men and of angels, and have not charity, I am become as a sounding brass or a tinkling cymbal." You know, so it's like, you know, just like we bringing out Sirach 22. If you're out of season, if you don't have charity, everything you're saying is out of season, man. And we talk about charity a lot. You know, that's the spirit that, you know, the Akim, you know, is in. You know what I'm saying? We want to make sure that, you know what I'm saying, we come in the right spirit, because, you know, that this chapter is heavy. You know what I'm saying? If you don't have charity, all your works is just vain, man. It don't even matter everything you're saying. You could be so-called edifying the body, and they could be delivered out of here. But, you know what I'm saying, if you have that charity, you know what I'm saying, everything you saying is not profitable to you, which, you know, I could get that. I kind of butchered it. But ultimately it says, if you have, let me just read it one more time. It says, "Though I speak with tongues of men and of angels, and have not charity, I am become a sounding brass or a tinkling cymbal." So you just making noise out here, man. You know, you out of season. But yeah, that was the point.
I guess I got a precept.
I got a quick one. I got that precept you had got for you real quick. This Sirach 11:7. It says, "Blame not." You got it, Bart. This Sirach 11:7. "Blame not before thou hast examined the truth. Understand first and then rebuke."
Right. You want to examine the whole matter, like the brothers is bringing out, man. You know, you don't want to just be, you know, like the heart is deceitful of all things, man. They're desperately wicked. So you don't want to be quick to jump to assumptions. You know what I'm saying? You want to examine the whole matter, you know, and then once you really understand, then you could, you know what I'm saying, make your declaration. Like brothers be saying, you could just speak scarcely, man. You know, ultimately you want to speak according to these scriptures, man. Like brothers like to do like exhortation videos, which is great, you know. But you know what I'm saying, you want to just make sure, like the brother like we used to can with, so about, you know, you want to make sure it's scriptural. You know what I'm saying? Because if it's out of season, then, you know, that's a whole nother thing.
It said, "If any man speak, let him speak according to the oracles of Yahweh Shemel Shai." You know? So, hey, man, I'm not just spewing no madness out here, Lord willing, you know, because Yahweh Shemel Shai, you know, hey, he'll send you, turn the heart whithersoever he will, you know what I'm saying? But Lord willing, we you know, if you stay within the guidelines of the scriptures, you ain't got no problems. You know what I'm saying? Once you try to step outside the guidelines of the scriptures, then you know that's when problems come, man.
Right, like a flat earth. Like, all right, what scripture is that? You know, like, and don't bring the firmament. You know what I'm saying?
God, bro.
The
I got
manna,
verse 8 too.
like,
Oh, my
I
fault.
was just gonna say the manna mushroom, like all that stuff is
yeah.
just like, what scripture? Like, how is this edifying, man?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, scripture say, "Let all things be done unto edification, building up."
Yeah.
You know, and that goes in what you speak it too. Like, hold on, when you speak a word, can somebody take that word and like get something from it?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, can somebody think on that? You know what I'm saying? And be like, okay, yeah, I understand where you're going with that. You know what I'm saying? Like, if not, then, you know, if it's not going to be easy to understand what scripture say, make it plain upon tables. The scriptures tell you how to live. You know what I'm saying? Like, the scriptures tell you how to live in every action, in every deed, man. You know?
That's actually what makes the prophets so special, because they can take the deep sayings of the scriptures and break it down to the simplest man. That's what makes them so special. It's not that you can speak big words or that you know a lot of breakdown. It's that you can break it down to simplest form, to the most simplest man, for him to even understand.
Bro, me and Kabar was like kind of similar, like touching on that earlier when we was talking. You know what I'm saying?
Just read this one more time.
Brother.
Just to have the point too, because it says in Sirach 11:7, "Blame not before thou hast examined the truth."
I got you, bro. I got it right here. So look,
Okay.
this Sirach 11:7. It says, "Blame not before thou hast examined the truth. Understand first and then rebuke."
See, it says understand first, and we know the scriptures say through thy precepts you get understanding. You know, And we already brought out that if any man speak, he speaks as the oracles of Yahweh Shem HaShai. So these precepts, even if, for some reason, if you're saying something and a brother can't get it, if you bring the precept upon precept, then, you know what I'm saying? Oh, that's what he's saying. You know what I'm saying? The understanding should come out if you bringing out the oracles, you know?
Brother. Read verse 8 too. It says, "Answer not before thou hast heard the cause, neither interrupt men in the midst of their talk."
Mm-hmm. And then it goes back into, doing things decently and in order, This is answer not before thou hast heard the whole cause, Like, I know we brought the scripture before. I know you said like it's like we having a discussion and then someone's just trying to jump to a conclusion. Like, nah, that's not what I was talking about. Like, let me finish what I was about to say. Are you talking about? Nah, bro. Like,
yeah, bro. Like, let me get it out. You know what I'm saying? If I can't get, like, you gotta fully understand what somebody's talking about, because that happens a lot of time with brothers too. Like, they didn't fully understand what somebody was saying and they thought they did, and then when they fully understand, they be like, damn, I was tripping. You know what I'm saying? But all you had to do was just take the time and fully understand what the brother was saying. You know what I'm saying? That's why the scripture.
Two ears, one mouth.
God, bro.
mm-hmm.
God, bro.
Yep. And a lot of, you know what I'm saying? Like, of course, we speaking to hopefully elect, Lord willing, but it's like, the scoffers, they don't follow that protocol at all. They woke up and they, you know what I'm saying? We went through it yesterday, man.
God, bro.
Like Ecclesiastes 5:1, hold our foot, man. If you enter the altar, but they want to interrupt, man, in the midst of their talk just to come out with their own vain opinion.
Well, even the heathen, the heathen came up and was more in order than our own people.
Oh man.
You know what I'm saying? So-called Jew thinks he rules the whole world, which he does right now. But he even understood where he was. He shut the fuck up until the Lord allowed him to speak. And then when he spoke, which was utter nonsense, of course, we knew it was coming, but he was still in order in all his nonsense. So,
Mm-hmm.
God, bro.
Yep.
You smart. You said you had one, right? Yeah. You got it, bro. Hold on. You got some. Which one? This about 32, because I think it was some more. This is about 32.
this is 1 Corinthians 4 and 18. It says, "Now some are puffed up as though I would not come to you, but I will come to you shortly, if the Lord will, and will know not the speech of them which are puffed up, but the power."
Hold on, read it one more time.
This is 1 Corinthians 4 and 18. It says, "Now some are puffed up as though I would not come to you, but I will come to you shortly, if the Lord will, and will know not the speech of them which are puffed up, but the power."
Yeah, kind. So ultimately, you got to be in the right spirit, man. You got to be in the right spirit, man. Because what the scriptures tell you about knowledge puffeth up, and then the scriptures after that. Matter of fact, you'll get there real quick. 1 Corinthians 8, because after that it tell you that of any man think of himself to know of something, he know of nothing. Or how it goes some. Yeah, just bring it out.
That's the spirit, though.
Come on, bro.
I was thinking that just now.
Oh, you just thinking that? Yeah, that's the spirit.
Yeah.
So 1 Corinthians 8. Yup. Yeah, you can start from 1. 1 Corinthians 8 and 1 and 2.
This is 1 Corinthians 8 and 1. It says, "Now as touching things offered unto idols, we know that we all have knowledge. Knowledge puffeth up, but charity edifies."
Yeah, knowledge puff you up. You know what I'm saying? So you can have knowledge, but you might not be in the right spirit. You're not in the spirit of Yahweh Shem HaShai.
Well, it actually goes back to, it always goes back to faith, wisdom, and understanding. You know what I'm saying? So with the wisdom, with the faith, yeah, you might have the faith. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I'm wording it wrong, but you might have the knowledge, right? But if you don't have faith, wisdom, and understanding to how to use that knowledge, you're just a mockingbird. What the elders always refer to. You know what I'm saying? Just somebody who just regurgitates what they know, all right, from what they've heard from over years and years and years. They didn't actually get the faith, wisdom, and understanding to understand and to use that that knowledge that they have. You feel me? Because if you got the faith, wisdom, and understanding, if you have wisdom, which is one of the beautiful, it's likened unto a woman, when you go into Wisdoms of Solomon, you know what I'm saying? That woman would allow you to use it in the right season. All right, you won't just go using words just because you know them. All right, you'll use it in the correct context of whatever situation that you're in. Not just because you can use it. Oh shit, I know a new word, so I'm gonna break it out. You know what I'm saying? The Akim gonna like this one right here. They gonna like this. That's puffed up, man. See what I'm saying? And wisdom is not really dealing with a brother like that, or a man period like that. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, you need the water?
Yeah, I was thinking.
I might have stepped on.
Oh yeah, okay. I was
Yeah.
wondering like,
And just in line back, like the scriptures in I think it's Ecclesiastes 1:18 where it says that you increase wisdom, you increase sorrow.
Yep.
So if you got that wisdom, you ain't gonna be in that puffed up spirit, man.
Nah.
Just get that. You read verse 2, Shemar? Oh, sure.
It says,
Will
in
you
this-
read 1 again too?
This is 1 Corinthians 8:1. It says, now are touching things offered unto idols, we know that we all have knowledge. We know that we all have knowledge. Knowledge puffeth up, but charity edifies.
Yeah, and that's the whole point, man. That's the whole point, man. Well, we just read in 1 Corinthians the 13th chapter, though I had speak with the tongues of angels, you know what I'm saying, throughout and you know, though I know all mysteries, you know, if I have not charity, I've become like a tinkling brass, man.
Right.
You know, and ultimately, you know, that charity can go into your speech as well, man. You know, with brothers, you know, period. You want to always say something that somebody can take something from, man. You know, period. And if you feel, well, your parents tell you this, Jake parents say this all. If you ain't got nothing good to say, don't say nothing at all. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
You read verse 2 up.
I mean, I literally live by that.
Drake parents, they drill that into your head,
I
man.
literally live by that because it's got me out of a lot of situations.
God,
Because I be want to be saying stuff.
God, bro.
You know what I mean? Just for the spite of it, just to piss them off. But
Right.
that's not spiritual.
God, bro. God, the tongue is a deadly poison, man.
Right.
You know, and we went into that word deadly, bringing forth death. You know, that's how you get your ass put to death, man.
Right.
You know.
And if any man think that he knoweth anything, he knoweth nothing yet as he ought to know.
Yeah, what you ought to know is you need to keep your damn mouth closed, man. That's what you need to ought to know, man. You know, if you think you know something, you want to speak it so bad, you need to know that I need to shut my mouth. Like if you know that you gotta say something so bad, then that means you need to probably keep this shit under wraps. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't know nothing, man. You know what I'm saying? You don't know nothing.
None of us do.
God, bro. Well, ultimately, we wouldn't even have this knowledge if Yahweh Shema Shah didn't put the spirit on us. You know?
Yep.
if Yahweh Shema Shah didn't put the spirit on us to be able to understand this and then give us a sound speech, man. You know, we wouldn't be able to you know, break down these scriptures or go into these scriptures or, you know, change the character that we have, you know.
It took patience.
God, bro.
Patience is long suffering. So in order to learn these scriptures, we have to shut up and listen to somebody. So
God,
we
bro.
acknowledge that we learned from somebody else. We didn't just all of a sudden pop out the womb and just was like, all right, you know, they ain't know stuff like that. We know that there's people over us. We accept that. And you know what I'm saying? Like it's not gonna be a battle with the teachers that have taught us, you know. You know, as long as they are adhering to the same doctrine, as long as they're still teaching the correct doctrine, I ain't got nothing to say.
God. Yeah, you know, it's orders within brother like camps. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, Yahweh Shema Shah got it structured down to the smallest molecule, man. You know, you got a brother in this position. You know, you gotta fall under the order of Yahweh Shema Shah, man. You can't just speak over the person that Yahweh Shema Shah put to you know, lead. You know, or you gotta follow. You know, the position. You gotta follow the order of Yahweh Shema Shah in everything you do, man. You know, that's another part of letting your speech always be seasoned with grace, man, and letting your speech always be with grace and seasoned with salt, man. You know why? Because you know when to speak. That's ultimately the whole thing. You got to know how to discern the times, man. You know, like Yahweh Shah said, you know how to discern that the sky is red, but you can't discern between good. How I go out, Matthew 16. You grab that real quick. I know you had something to say, or my fault.
No, you got it. I was gonna give one of my favorites. It said
Got it.
Matthew 16.
And 3, real quick.
Kinda not. This is Matthew 16.
I'm gonna start at 2, bro.
Yep. Yep. Matthew 16 and 2. It says, He answered and said unto them, Yahushua speaking, it says, When it is evening, ye say, it will be fair weather, for the sky is red. And in the morning, it will be foul weather today, for the sky is red and lowering. O ye hypocrites, ye can discern the face of the sky, but ye cannot discern the signs of the times.
You're right. Yeah, you can discern the face of the sky. You can look at the sky and be like, you know, you got brothers. They so deep into the truth. They be like, oh, it's the Shabbat today. You look at the moon. That it's a full moon. That's not 98%. That's the full moon right there. So we're in the second Shabbat. You know what I'm saying? You look at the sky and be like, oh, the cloud. Oh, it's finna rain today. Like, dang. You know what I'm saying? You immaculate just in looking at the sky and see what's finna happen. But you can't discern and tell what the times is, man. You can't discern between when you should speak and when you shouldn't speak, man. That's crazy, man. You know what I'm saying? But you can go, you know, you can break down this deep mystery. You know what I'm saying? You could, you know, you know all these different type of analytics. You know what I'm saying? But you can't break down a simple matter of when you should speak and when you shouldn't speak, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's crazy. You know, it's crazy. You know.
Mm-hmm.
And then if you read that one more, Baba Kasha.
Back in St. Matthew 16, verse 4, it says, A wicked and adulterous generation seeketh after a sign.
Yeah, a wicked and adult. So Yahushua basically saying you wicked, man. If you can't discern times, you wicked, man. You know what I'm saying? You're wicked, man. You know, you gotta seek, you gotta look for a sign on when when something is coming forth. You know, instead of knowing what the sign is already, man. You know, you gotta seek after a sign, man. I gotta know. I gotta know without a shadow of a doubt. I shouldn't say this, man. You should know that anyway, man. You obviously you're wicked, man. You know what I'm saying? Obviously you're wicked. You know.
Mm-hmm. Yep. By words thou should be condemned.
Bro, you know.
It says, A wicked and adulterous generation seeketh after a sign, and there shall no sign be given unto it, but the sign of the prophet Jonas.
What was the sign of the prophet Jonas, man? Well, Jonas went in the belly of the whale, man. He went in the belly of hell. It didn't even say the belly of a whale. It said the belly of hell, man. You know, which it tell you in the scriptures that the wicked shall be turned to hell, I believe. You know. Matter of fact, I don't wanna butcher that. Make sure it said. I think it said wicked turned to hell. Turned to hell. I know you got a precept, bro. You got something, Shamar?
No, go ahead.
Psalm 9 and 7.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's it. Yep.
This is Psalms 9 and 17. The wicked shall be turned into hell.
You see? you gonna be turned into hell, man. You're gonna be turned into hell, man. You know? You gonna get that same prophet like the prophet, that same sign as the prophet Jonas, man. You know, you got put in the belly of now do you believe your ass need to be speaking? You know? Cause that was the time for Jonah to speak. That was the time for Jonah to speak. He didn't believe it was his time to speak. I ain't gotta speak right now. Well, go in this well and let's see if you know if you're gonna speak. Yeah, God. You know what I'm saying? Let's see what the time is now.
Yeah.
You think it's time to speak or not now? You know?
Mm-hmm. Yep. And just a side note, I mean, the hell doctrine, how does that work? It says the wicked shall be turned into hell. See, is you gonna turn into a fire pit?
Yeah, that's, you know, yeah. I did a lesson on hell gonna be on earth.
For real?
You know,
Oh, yeah.
not too long ago. So yeah, I think I brought that out too. You know, they don't make no sense. You know, but yeah, you know, you know, that's what's gonna happen. If you can't discern between the times, obviously it's because you wicked. Well, evil men understand not judgment, man. You know, and we're in the time of judgment. You know, so you need to be able to discern time out here. You know, you got precept up.
Yeah, I was gonna get that, one of my favorites. Let me get it. This is in 2 Peter 2 and 12. But these, as natural brute beasts, made to be taken and destroyed, speak evil of the things that they understand not, and shall utterly perish in their own corruption.
Woo! Yeah, because you're in corruption, man. That's corrupt. That's corrupt, man. to be able to speak evil of things that you don't understand, man. You know, if you haven't understood something, then don't speak evil of it, man. If you don't fully understand it, don't speak evil of it, man. You know, otherwise you're corrupt in your mind because you're basically saying that you got it. You know, your thoughts are you on the right path. What you're thinking is got to be right, man. You know, which that's not the case, man. That's not the case. You know, can you get that Jeremiah 9:23 for me out?
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna utterly perish in your own corruption. You know, by thy words thou should be justified, and by thy words thou should be condemned. You know, whatever you thinking, if you let that come out of your mouth, you're in the danger zone. You know.
Mm-hmm. This is Jeremiah 9:23. Thus saith the Lord Yahweh, let not the wise man glory in his wisdom.
Yeah, so if you wise, you know, which you become wise from having the fear of the Lord. If you got the fear of the Lord on you, you're going to definitely think before you speak. You're going to be like, hold on. Am I talking too bold out here, or am I saying something that Yahweh Shema Shai want to approve of? You know, that's what a wise man would think, you know, before he speak, you know.
Yep. It's like it. I had a good one, but I'll wait.
Go ahead, bring out what you got. Probably go with it, because I know if you said that, it probably got to go with it.
Yeah, there's a couple, but this one, I just get this one. This is in Sirach, or Ecclesiasticus 20, and
that's the spirit I was holding at.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
I mean, you can wait then.
Yeah, kind of. Bring out that Jeremiah 9.
Back in Jeremiah 9, in verse 23, it says, thus said the Lord, Yahweh says, let not the wise man glory in his wisdom, neither let the mighty man glory in his might.
Neither let the mighty man glory in his might. You know, in which we become mighty men. We're mighty, valiant men in wisdom, in knowledge, and understanding. You know, we're not physical warriors no more. We're spiritual warriors, man. You know, which comes from the wisdom and knowledge and understanding that we have, man. Which really, you know, they said that they got a saying in the word, you kill the head, the body will follow. So the head is most important anyway. If you got knowledge and wisdom, you can run a whole organization, man. You ain't got to be the biggest, baddest dude, man. You know, as long as you got that wisdom, you know.
Mm-hmm. Thus says the Lord, let not the wise man glory in his wisdom, neither let the mighty man glory in his might, let not the rich man glory in his riches.
Yeah, you know, wisdom is the true riches. Tell you about that in Proverbs 16, Proverbs 8. You know, so if you got you know, true wisdom, you know, you're rich. You know, but you're not supposed to glory within that though. You know what I'm saying? You're not supposed to get on some. You start pumping yourself up. You know what I'm saying? Like in your mind, you like, oh, okay, I know what I'm talking about. This is right. You know what I'm saying? Like this is, I know I'm on point. You know, well, not necessarily. That's not according to the oracles of Yahweh Shema Shai. Yahweh Shema Shai said, if any man think of himself to know anything, he know of nothing. So you wrong right there. You know?
God, verse 24, but let him that glorify, let me just, Jeremiah 9:24 says, but let him that glorifieth glory in this, that he understandeth and knoweth me.
That he understandeth and knoweth me. And how do you understand and know Yahweh Shema Shai? Because you know these scriptures, man. You know? What Yahweh Shai said in John 5:39. Well, I was just telling the brother about. Search the scriptures daily, for they testify of me. So, and what Yahweh Shai said, he told Philip. He said, have I been so long with thee? Was it Philip or Thomas in St. John 14? I think it might have been.
I think it was Philip.
Yeah, I think it might have been Philip. You know, because he said, show us the Lord, it sufficeth us. You know, and Yahweh Shai said, have I been so long with thee, Philip, and thou hast not known me? You know, you ain't seen me. So Yahweh Shai is you know, the invisible Salaki, the express image of the invisible image, which is Yahweh, man. You know, Yahweh Shai represents Yahweh, you know, the Heavenly Father, man. So he said, search the scriptures and, you know, they testify of me. So in these scriptures, that's how you know the Heavenly Father, man, and his only begotten Son, man. You know, and that's what you're supposed to glory in, because you know what they're looking for according to scriptures, man. You know, and you know how to move according to that and speak according to that. You know, that's what you're supposed to glory in, man. You know, not that you know knowledge so you can be able to put it with your opinion and your thoughts and be able to spew things out. You know,
Right. Mm-hmm.
that was it on that.
I could read it again.
Con.
It says, back in Jeremiah 9:24, but let him that glorieth glory in this, that he understandeth and knoweth me, that I am the Lord, which exercise loving kindness, judgment, and righteousness in the earth. For in these things I delight, said the Lord.
Woo, for that, because that's what the Lord delights in, man. He ain't delighted just because you could, formulate a sentence with the wisdom that He gave you, man. That's not according to what He would want your speech to be. You know, he wanted to be sound. He wants you to have sound speech, man. You know, sound speech. So if it's not according to the scriptures on how you're supposed to say it, when you're supposed to say it, or if you even needed to say it, Yahweh Shema Shai is not delighted in that, man. You know, some things are better left unsaid, man. Some things you don't even really have to say, man. You know, it's better left unsaid, man. Now I learned that a lot, you know, throughout my whole life. Just hey, sometimes you just gotta don't even say everything you want to say, man. You know, don't even say everything you want to say. That was you had something else, Kabar? You got something, Shamar?
All right.
You had something else, Kabar?
Yeah, I got one just real quick. This is in St. Matthew 10 and verse 19. It's Yahushua speaking. But when they deliver you up, take no thought how or what ye shall speak, for it shall be given you in that same hour what ye shall speak.
Oh, that's a fire precept. You bring it out one more time.
Come, I'm gonna get 22. It says Matthew 10 and 19. But when they deliver you up, take no thought how or what ye shall speak.
Yes, when they deliver us up. You know, that's a whole other side topic on that. But Yahushua said when, you know, which lets you know Yahushua was a prophet as well. You know what I'm saying? Because he was just prophesizing. He was telling you what was to forthcome. He said, when they deliver you up, man. You know, First Timothy 3. I've been quoting this a lot lately. All those that live godly in a Mashiach shall suffer persecution. You know? So he said, when they deliver you up, what you supposed to do?
It says, take no thought how or what ye shall speak.
It said, take no thought how. It said, take no thought how or what you should speak. You know what I'm saying? Why? Because Yahweh Shema Shai, he gives us the utterance, man. You know, he gives us the utterance. Like we supposed to abound in the utterance. That means let Yahweh Shema Shai do his thing, man. He gonna give you the words to speak, man. You know, when it's time to speak it, you know, wait upon the Lord, man. Wait ye upon me, you know.
It says, for it shall be given you in that same hour what ye shall speak.
It shall be given you in that same hour what you shall speak, man. So Yahweh Shema Shai gonna put it on your spirit what you gotta say, man. You ain't gotta think about how or what you gonna say, man. Yahweh Shema Shai gonna give you the utterance, man. You know? Why? Because you gonna think upon the oracles of Yahweh Shema Shai, all right, and you gonna speak it, you know, according to the divine, the divine, what's the word I'm
It
looking
goes
for?
into it here. It says, for it is not ye that speak, but the Spirit of your Father
There
who
we go.
speaketh in you.
According to the divine spirit, man, which is the Heavenly Father, man. You know, the Ruach HaKodesh gonna be supping with you, man. You know, that's why, and that's what we supposed to always be in the spirit, man. You know, what it say? Walk ye in the spirit, and ye shall not fulfill the lust of the flesh, man.
Yeah.
You know, which biggest part of the flesh is your mind, man. Your mind is mind is a terrible thing to waste. Yeah, your mind will get your ass wasted too. You know, will get you wasted, man. That was it on that.
Kind.
You read that last part one more time, up.
Kind. It says in Matthew 10 and 20, it says, for it is not ye that speak, but the Spirit of your Father which speaketh in you.
And that's what we got to be cognizant of. You know what I'm saying? That Yahweh Shema Shai is speaking through us, man. You know, that he's speaking through us, and we're not just speaking according to our own vain opinion, man. According to our own deceitful heart, man. That's why we gotta make sure we're always within the spirit, man. All the time. That's why, we was touching on it earlier. We always on the clock, man. Because we always gotta examine ourselves, man. Did I just say the right thing? Did I just do the right thing? Am I moving correctly? Do I got demons on me? Am I? This is a constant battle, even down to the words that you say, man. This is high level stuff, man. This ain't kids play. And we were called to be judges of the earth, man. So we got to be able to judge when we should speak or not, man. We got to step it up. We got to step it up. That's where it going to when Yahweh the Heavenly Father said, gird up thy loins like a man. And I think I was touching on an account a couple weeks ago. They don't just mean just be some tough guy out here. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That literally means like man up and, start, being more responsible, and taking more accountability for your actions and being more seasoned as a spiritual being, like in all phases, even down to how you talking out here, that's a part of it, man. That's a part of it.
Mm-hmm. Right, and just to add how the scripture says, it says how too. You know what I'm saying? How you speak, man. You want to examine that.
God, brother. God.
Just to add too, like like we was talking about yesterday, brother made the analogy of crying out, like a woman. If she's crying out, if she ain't crying out, then she gonna get put to death. You know what I'm saying? So you know what I'm saying? Just like we're saying, by your words, you shall be justified.
That's cold.
You be condemned.
That's cold.
You know what I'm saying?
Because that's the time for you to speak.
It's the time for you to speak.
That's the time for you to speak. If you gonna speak up, you better speak up now. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. That's right. That's beautiful. Mm-hmm. You got something else out?
Just the Sirach 20. You want to do something else?
Nah. You good. Matter of fact, could we get 1 Corinthians 6 real quick? You got something?
No.
This is 1 Corinthians 6 and 1. It says, "Dare any of you, having a matter against another, go to law before the unjust and not before the saints?"
Mm-hmm. So, what? How? This is crazy. Now this is wild. I couldn't even imagine, what's going on in the Church of Corinth for, Apostle Paul to say this. You know what I'm saying? Like, so they got problems with each other, and then they go to like somebody that's outside of the church and asks about how they should handle the problem. That's wild, man. You know what I'm saying?
Right, going to the regular corner store businessman, like, yo, so I got this matter, right? Like, what y'all doing out here?
They go into that Sirach 37, when we did that lesson on the stolen counsel, it say know who you consulting with. You can't just be consulting with anybody out here, man. Mm-hmm. That's another thing too, man. You don't even supposed to be talking to certain people, man. Like my brother from the world, he always, why you don't never call me? You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, I ain't trying to talk to you, man. Why? Because my speech might not be seasoned with grace, man. You might get me to have a slip of the tongue. And what it say? Ooh, let's get gang. What it say? Sirach 20:18.
The slip of the tongue.
Yeah, Sirach 20:18. Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
This is Sirach 20, in verse 18. It says, "To slip upon the pavement is better than to slip with the tongue, so the fall of the wicked shall come speedily."
Woo! You see, it said wicked again, man. Shall come speedily, man. Shall come speedily. By thy words thou should be justified, by thy words thou should be condemned, man. That's got to be the title of this lesson, most definitely. But you'll read that precept one more time, out.
Sirach 20:18 says, "To slip upon the pavement is better than to slip with the tongue."
So it's better to just straight up just trip up and go face first into the concrete than to say the wrong words out here. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, it's better to do that than to say the wrong words. That's how important words is, man. That's heavy, man. That's real heavy, bro. Mm-hmm.
Yep. Because why? Because if you say the wrong thing, then you condemn.
Bro.
It could be that one situation where you just said the wrong thing and that cost you your salvation, man.
That's scary, man. That's scary, man. That's scary. That's why, I like I said, I gotta reanalyze myself, man. You know what I'm saying? I gotta reanalyze myself. That's why this is a daily thing. We gotta get better, man. We gotta get better. You know what I'm saying? Because as that day is approaching more and more, you know, like it's saying Hebrews 10. Can we get there real quick? I know we got that 1 Corinthians 6. You'll get Hebrews 10 and 24 real quick. You got something up?
This is Hebrews 10 and verse 24. It says, "And let us consider one another to..."
Start at 22. It's a lot.
It says, Hebrews 10 and 22, "Let us draw near with a true heart."
It says, "Let us draw near with a true heart." What it say? True heart.
True heart, yep.
Yeah, and what's the truth? You know, thy law is the truth. You know what I'm saying? That's been coming out a lot lately too. You know, thy law is the truth. So it say, let us draw near with the true heart. You know, so our minds got to be according to the law of Yahweh Shemashah, which these precepts that's written within and without are, you know, commandments, man. This is how we commanded to live out here. You know, even down to how we supposed to be speaking. You know, well, the scriptures it's got numerous scriptures on how you're supposed to talk. You know what I'm saying? So it's not just no low level thing. You know, brothers look at it like, okay, you know, this is words, man. But hey, what it say? Sticks and stones may break my bones, but words can never hurt me. No, sticks and stones might break your bones, but your words are definitely gonna hurt you.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? That's how that saying really supposed to go.
Right. Right, Esau made that just to, you know what I'm saying? Because he was butthurt by words. You know what I'm saying?
God, yep.
It says, "Let us draw near with a true heart and the full assurance of faith."
In the full assurance of faith, you know. What the scriptures say, continuing down those things which thou hast learned, man. You know. So we supposed to be, you know, definitely continuing in the things that we learn, you know, and having faith in what we have learned and what we're continually learning and meditating upon to be right, man. You know, we can't think outside of that, you know.
It says, "Having our hearts sprinkled from an evil conscience."
It's having our hearts sprinkled from an evil conscience. And when you go into a conscience, one of the words for it is like soul and mind. You know, when you go into conscience, man, having your heart sprinkled from an evil conscience. What's that? Being adverse. Matter of fact, you get that word conscience. I don't want to misquote it.
Yep. I was just gonna look it up.
Cause that's you know, that's evil. If you're not you know, thinking or speaking in your mind according to Yahweh Shemashah, you know, that's not a true heart, and you got an evil conscience, man. You know, if your mind ain't right, if your words ain't right.
I'm gonna get on here because I don't know. Because he was 10 and
I think it was like 23 or 22.
The word conscience. Okay, the Strong's G 4893. As Ian might say it.
Strong's G 4893. Sunnidisis. Sunnidisis.
It says the consciousness of anything. It says the soul as distinguishing between what is morally good and bad.
Ooh, discerning the times, man. And then it said, hold on, read that definition one more time.
I gotta read the whole thing. It says the soul as distinguishing between what is morally good and bad.
That's crazy. That's what we was touching on earlier in this lesson, man. You know, knowing how to identify if this is something that Yahweh Shemashah is putting on my mind to speak. You know, distinguishing morally if something is good or bad. Is this bad speech what I'm about to say, or is this good speech what I'm about to say? Is this thought good or is this thought bad? You know, should I say this or shouldn't I say this? You know.
It says prompting to do the former and shun the latter.
Woo! Prompting to do the former and shun the latter, man. You know, and that's you gotta do, what's the former thing? Well, the remembrance, the book of remembrance, man. You know, that's the former thing. Us living according to the scripture, man. You know, and shunning the latter. What's the latter end of us, man? The latter end of us has been nothing but complete wickedness, man. You know, Gentile state of mind. You know, we gotta shun that. You know, what scriptures speak about, I think it say shun profane babblings or something like that. or shun profane might be in like Acts 20. It's a lot. It's more on that.
That was the definition.
Yeah, that was it. It was more on that definition.
It says the soul that is distinguishing between what is morally good and bad, prompting to do the former and shun the latter, commending one and condemning the other.
Condemning one and condemning the other, man. That remind me of Malachi 3:2 when it say, "Then shall the righteous come and be able to discern between good and evil, man." You know, so righteous men they know when to speak and when not to speak. You know, they know what words is the right words to say and what's not the right words to say. You know.
Yep.
That was it on that.
Yeah, that was on the definition.
I thought it might have been. Is that word conscience or conscience? Conscience. It's like I know I ain't saying it right. Consciousness or conscience?
Just conscience. Not consciousness, but.
Oh, it might have been consciousness then. Salakia, you know. But I know it's one of those words, or it couldn't may even been soul Salakia, but it was conscience and soul pretty much synonymous with each other, and it goes into your mind, you know. But Salakia, but I think it might have been consciousness. What I'm thinking about. But I got a quick precept. That was it on the definition.
Yep.
This 2 Timothy chapter 2 verse 16. It says, "But shun profane and vain babblings, for they will increase unto more ungodliness." You got it, Kabar.
Hey man, that's the spirit, you know.
God,
that's the scriptures is right here, man. You don't even have to, you know what I'm saying, take much thought like we brought out in Matthew. Was it the 10th chapter? You know what I'm saying? We don't
take no thought.
Yeah, take no thought. Yeah,
Oh,
you know.
we brought it up. Oh yeah, take no. Yeah, that was Matthew 10. Yep.
You know, like, because the scriptures is right here, man.
Yep.
You know, the scriptures is right here. You just letting us know. Just let us know basically what to say. Like we understand, we understand, Lord willing. You know what I'm saying? We understand this thing is played into a holy. We understand, like this is the easy part, man. All we doing is like you driving a car, man. You know to put a seatbelt on. You know what I'm saying? When someone told you to put a seatbelt on, cool. You know what I'm saying? Like the law, we could liken that to, you know what I'm saying, to the main part. You know what I'm saying? And then we got the intricacies. What kind of fuel you want to put in there? You know what I'm saying? All of it goes in line when it comes to, you know what I'm saying, what you're doing, how you're moving, what you're saying. Because if you're putting the wrong oil in there or the wrong gas, then what? You know what I'm saying? But you know.
I have one. You know what I'm saying?
Bring it up.
This is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 1, verse 8. It says, "Therefore he that speaketh unrighteous things cannot be hid, neither shall vengeance, when it punisheth, passeth by him. For inquisition shall be made into the counsels of the ungodly, and the sound of his words shall come unto the Lord for the manifestation of his wicked deeds. For the ear of jealousy..."
Hold on, start there from the top. Read it a little bit slower. That's nice though. That's nice, and that's the spirit that this brother just came in and brought that precept in. You know, because that's right on point, and that's fire. You know.
I started again. Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 1, verse 8.
That's a lot. One more point. Yahweh Shai wanted you to come in and bring this precept in here. You know what I'm saying? This was the time for you to bring this precept out. You know?
Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 1, verse 8 says, "Therefore he that speaketh unrighteous things cannot be hid, neither shall vengeance, when it punisheth..."
Hold on, it said, "He that speak of unrighteous things shall not be hid," man. You know? What Psalms 91, "He that dwelleth in the secret place of the Lord shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty," man. You know, what's the secret place of the Lord? The Word. You know, the Scriptures. You know? But if you're speaking unrighteous thing, you're not speaking according to the Scriptures. You're not living according to the Scriptures, so you're not going to abide under His shadow. You know, you're not going to be speaking according to the oracles of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. You know.
It says, "Neither shall vengeance, when it punisheth, pass by him."
Neither shall vengeance, when it punisheth, pass by you, man. You know why? Because the words you speak, you're gonna have to pay for that, man. You're gonna have to pay for it. You know, start from me first, man. You know, Lord, smoke my ass, man. You know what I'm saying? Let me say the wrong thing out here, man. The Lord, you know, ain't feeling it, and don't grant me mercy. You know, Lord willing, the Lord grants me mercy. You know, because I know I'm worthy of, you know, I done said things that I shouldn't have said. You know what I'm saying? And I know I may do it again, but Lord willing, the Lord grants me mercy. But what if he don't? He gonna smoke my ass, man. You know?
It says, for inquisition shall be made into the counsels of the ungodly.
Yeah, inquisition is gonna be made into the counsels of the ungodly, man. You know, we gonna have to see about that. You know what I'm saying? And it says, shun. We just read in 1 Timothy 2:16. It says, shun vain, profane, and vain babblings, for they shall increase to more ungodliness, man. You know, so vain babblings can bring forth you into the congregation of the ungodly. You know.
And the sound of his word shall come unto the Lord for the manifestation of his wicked deeds.
Woo! It said the sound of his word shall come forth unto the Lord for the manifestation of his wicked deeds, man. So it's gonna be made apparent that you're wicked and the things that you were saying was wicked, man. And them words, Yahweh Shemashah, he gonna be like, okay, you got an answer for this, man. That Yahweh Shemashah is not letting words escape him. Well, Sirach 42, like Tamam had quoted at camp yesterday, no thought escapeth him, man. You know? So Yahweh Shemashah, he here, even down to the smallest word, even in your mind, man. Well, a lot of people are going to be judged for what they have thought against the man of the Lord. You know, what they said in their mind. You know what I'm saying? They're going to get judged off that, you know? That's how crucial the Lord is, man. He don't let nothing slip by out here. You know, Shamar, you was just touching on that earlier, like how basically, you know, you can a young man who you might look at as a fool can get this truth, and he can break it down and make it plain upon tables to, you know, the greatest, most eloquent person, man. It's because Yahweh Shemashah, though he be on high, he have respect unto the lowly, and he pays attention to everything. The Lord ain't just, he's not missing nothing out here, man. He's not missing nothing out here.
It says, for the ear of jealousy heareth all things, and the noise of murmurings is not hid.
Yeah, the noise of murmurs. Well, why you think Yahweh Shemashah was smoking Jake in the wilderness, man? Because they was murmuring, man, complaining, you know, groaning, man. You know, not letting the spirit make groanings for them, man. You know.
It says, therefore beware of murmuring, which is unprofitable, and refrain your tongue from backbiting. For there is no word so secret that shall go for naught.
There's no word. He said there is no word for secret that shall go for naught. It ain't Yahweh Shemashah, he ain't going for nothing out here. Jake be saying that I'm not going for nothing out here. Yahweh Shemashah, he not going for nothing. He said not one word. That's crazy, bro.
It says, and the mouth that belieth slayeth the soul.
What's that word?
Belieth.
Belieth. Okay, God, you read it one more time, Salaki.
And the mouth that belieth slayeth the soul.
Yeah, in the word, in the mouth that belieth slayeth the soul, man. You know, which you know, ultimately it tell you in Hebrews the 4th chapter that the word of the Lord is sharper than any two-edged sword, dividing asunder soul and spirit, man. You know, so if you it's a two-edged sword, which means it can be righteous for you, but if you're not living according to it, can bring forth a wicked judgment unto you, man. You know, the same things that are turned unto good for the good or evil. Salat, I don't want to butcher it. It's Sirach 39.
Just land back where in Isaiah talks about precepts upon precepts. You know, in the same account, you could have precept upon precept, and you could fall into a ditch. You could be a stumbling stone.
Brother.
Using that word.
Yep. I got here. Go right here. It's Sirach 39:25. For the good are good things created from the beginning, so evil things for sinners. You know. So ultimately, you know, what could be good for you could turn into evil for you, man. You know, which is this word.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because you can get this word. You know what the scriptures tell you about that. Has thou honey eat was thou sufficient for thee, man. All right, why? Because you don't want to regurgitate it and vomit it up, and then you know, and you're through. You're just through. You know, you don't want that, man. not bring forth a judgment on yourself. You know. That was it on that tomorrow.
I think it was like, one last. It says
You had something to say, Kabar? My fault.
one last little verse. It says, "Seek not death in the era of your life, and pull not upon yourselves destruction with the work of your hands."
Yeah, kind. So you how about Shema Shah? Like, okay, if you said the wrong thing, then fix it, man. You how about Shema Shah? Like, fix it until you can't fix it no more, man. You know. Look, man, you try to fix it, man. Don't. Now, if you've been doing the wrong thing, saying the wrong thing, it's just like brothers who might be teaching the wrong doctrine, or teaching for, filthy lucre or their own vain purposes, man. How about Shema Shah? Like, look, fix that, man. Fix that, because I'm gonna require what you're saying. So you need to fix that, man. Don't seek death in the era of your life. You just like, well, I've been going off teaching the wrong doctrine for so long. I know the Lord gonna come see about me soon enough. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just gonna keep spewing what I'm spewing. No, the Lord's gonna require every word that you say. Ultimately, a lot of brothers gonna end up getting nuked, man. Because they were seeking death in the era of their life, man. Instead of trying to return unto the Lord, man, and get it right, man. You just kept spewing more and more madness, man. And the Lord just ultimately had to destroy you because you ain't had no remedy. Tell you in Revelations, add not to the words of this book. That's the last precept in Revelations, man. It said, add not to the words of this book, man. Or I think your that's it on that. What was it? 1 Corinthians 6. I'm gonna get there in Surah 20. We're gonna wrap it.
Kind of. Surah 20 and 6. It says.
It was some more in that 1 Corinthians 6.
Yeah. It's a 1 Corinthians 6?
Mm-hmm.
Kind of. What I say? It's all right.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
It's
1 Corinthians 6. It says, "Dare any of you having a matter against another go to law before the unjust, and not before the saints?
And not before the saints." All right.
Do you not know that the saints shall judge the world?
Yeah, that's what we got to know. If we consider ourselves to hopefully be, because the saints are the whole nation of Israel, but it's talking about the elect, man. According to Matthew the 19th chapter, Yahweh Shah was talking to his disciples when he said, "Ye shall sit on the throne next to me, judging the 12 tribes of Israel, man." So that was talking to the elect, man. So if we believe ourselves to be part of the hopeful elect, okay, we got to understand that. Look, we're finna judge the world, man. Brothers can judge the world, man. And I was thinking about this the other night, man. Like, brothers, I gotta look at brothers more, like more in tune. Like, these brothers, these not just light men, man. Who you around? You're around. We could very well be around the creators of the heavens, the universe, man. Through Yahweh Shah, man. These are great men. So these men, like, obviously, if they saying something or thinking something, you gotta, you might have to pay attention to that or take heed to that, man. These ain't just blunt smoking niggas, man. You know what I'm saying?
Come on. It says, "And if the world shall be judged by you, are you unworthy to judge the smallest matters?"
Yeah, so if the world should be judged by the hopeful elect, are we not unworthy to judge the smallest matters? Going down to what you should speak and what you shouldn't speak, or if you said the wrong thing or not. Because sometimes you can say something you might not even know that you offended someone. Because you're puffed up in your own mind, man. You're not considering how you're not considering how somebody else could have felt about that, man.
Yep. It says, "Know ye not that we should judge angels? How much more things that pertain to this life?"
Yeah, how much more things that pertain to this life, man? Which goes into your words, man. You need to know how to judge things that pertain to this life, man. I.e., through this video, what we talking about, what you're speaking about, man. What you're speaking, when you're speaking, how you're speaking, and what you're saying.
Yep.
You can bring out the Surah 20. Yeah, by so much thought.
Yeah, Bashman Shabbat. Shalom. This is Sirach 20,
Start from the top.
verse 1. It says, there is a reproof that is not comely.
Yeah, so it's, well, scriptures tell you, he that hateth reproof shall die. You know what I'm saying? So, obviously, reproof is a good thing, because if you don't regard it, you're going to get knocked off. But it said there's a reproof that's not comely, So, you're supposed to reproof, and you're supposed to take reproof, but you're supposed to know how and when to do it,
Okay.
Because it's not always comely for you,
It says again, some man holdeth his tongue, and he is wise.
Yeah, some man holdeth his tongue and he is wise, So sometimes you could hold your tongue, not even say nothing, and be found wise,
It says,
Because that's a lot of times. I remember in the world, I ain't never used to speak a lot, and I get around females, and I notice that the females are like it, because I wouldn't be saying that. They be like, oh, he quiet,
Yep.
and they like that, because if you're not saying something, obviously you know something. You know what I'm saying? If you're not saying something, you know something.
Kind of not. It says, it is much better to reprove.
So not to cut you off too. One more point on that. It can even be one small thing. You know what I'm saying? You might not know everything in the world, but you know one little mystery, but you're not speaking on it. It's something, you know something, but you're not saying it. You know what I'm saying? You wise. You know what I'm saying? Because you waiting on that perfect moment to say it. You know what I'm saying? That's a wise man, knowing when to speak. You know?
Not. Beautiful. It says, it is much better to reprove than to be angry secretly.
Yeah, that's a key too. Because that's the time to speak. If you angry on the low, you ain't gonna say nothing, especially to your brother, man. And that's something I gotta get better with, man. You know what I'm saying? Even though it take a lot to just piss me off out here. You know what I'm saying? But it do be things that I might not, agree with or like so much, but I won't say it. You know what I'm saying? But but still that it's guidelines within that. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you don't need to say it, man. You gotta sit back and discern between if this is morally right or wrong, man.
Brought out, I think it was in this chapter. Understand first, then rebuke.
Sirach 11. Yep.
Sirach 11.
Time, bro. Yeah. So even if you do get angry, you gotta sit back and analyze the whole situation before you come back and say what you gotta say, man.
Yep. It says, and he that confesseth his fault shall be preserved from hurt.
Yeah, and that's the whole key too. The scriptures tell us about confessing our faults, man. We gotta confess our faults one to another, man. We do something wrong. You gotta be man enough to admit that you did something wrong. You said something wrong. You gotta be man enough to say you said something wrong, man. That's a part of this as well, man. Confessing our faults.
Keep going.
Come on, brother.
It says, how good is it when thou art reproved to shew repentance, for so shalt thou escape willful sin.
Yeah, it says, how good is it when thou art reproved to show repentance, man. So, if you are corrected, it's good to turn back from what you were doing wrong, even if there was something that you said wrong, man. Or when you didn't speak and you should have spoke. Or you did speak and you shouldn't have spoke, man. To turn back and not do that again, man. Start speaking out of season and knowing what you're saying,
As is the lust of a eunuch to deflower a virgin, so is he that executeth judgment with violence.
Injustice, which can be according to which can be according to your own vain opinion or your own thoughts, man. Your puffed up knowledge. You read that precept one more time, huh?
God. It says, Sirach 24, as is the lust of a eunuch to deflower a virgin.
It's the lust of a eunuch to devour a virgin, because eunuchs, they into that semen retention. There's a heavy doctrine in Israel right now too, but that's something else. But a eunuch, they try to abstain from sexual desires, man. But they, Jake ain't popping something. He ready to pop something, man.
Yeah. Right. as is the lust of a eunuch to deflower a virgin. So is he that executeth judgment with violence.
Yeah, God. So is he that executeth judgment with violence. So that means you evil, man. You know, you ready to just spew out words or go off the handle. You know what I'm saying? According to your own knowledge, or according to the knowledge that you think you know. You know, the wisdom that you think you have attained, man. You know, you can't be just quick to jump out here like that. You know.
God. Says there is one that keepeth silence and is found wise.
Yeah, there's one. There you go again. There's one that keepeth silence and is found wise. Why? Because it's a time to be silent and a time to speak. You know, that's why. It's a time, the season for everything, man.
God. Yep. Learn from 6:9. It says, and another by much babbling becometh hateful.
Yeah, and there's another by much babbling becometh hateful, man. That's what make a brother really hate you, man. You know, somebody really start disliking you just because you talk too damn much, man. And you hear that all the time in the world. Why you think? Well, you just quoted 6ix9ine. Why you think so many people hate that nigga, man? Because he talks so fucking much, man. You know? It's like you to call him a nigga, but I mean, stating the obvious. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, that's still a brother at the end of the day, you know, but, you know, why you think, just using him as an example, though, why you think so many people speak out against him, man? You know?
Yep. It says, some man holdeth his tongue because he hath not to answer.
Yeah, some man hold his tongue because he have not an answer, and that's a beautiful thing, man. That's a beautiful thing, man. You ain't got the answer, Sway. You know what I'm saying? You ain't always gotta have no answer, man. It's okay to not have an answer sometime, man. You know? You don't always gotta have an answer, bro. You gotta answer for it. That's what my stepdaddy used to say to me. You gotta answer for everything. You gotta answer for everything, man. You know?
And some keep silence knowing his time.
Yeah, and some keep silence knowing his time. That's the whole point right there, man. You gotta know your time out here, man. You gotta know the times, man. You know. But yeah, that's pretty much it out there. We can wrap it right there. You got something else to mind? Yeah. You got some Kabar?
Might as well get 7. Completion. It says, a wise man will hold his tongue till he see opportunity. But a babbler and a fool will regard no time.
Ooh, a babbler and a fool will regard no time. That's it, man. Yeah, that's beautiful. What that first part say one more time? You read it one more time?
It says, a wise man will hold his tongue till he see opportunity.
Yeah, a wise man will hold his tongue until he see opportunity, man. You gotta pick your spots out here, man. You know what I'm saying? Just because you have an opportunity don't mean it is the opportunity. You know what I'm saying? You can have the opportunity. You can have opportunity to do something, but that don't mean it's the opportunity. You know what I'm saying? Like just because you have an opportunity to so-called, or let's say go to a college or something. You know what I'm saying? You got an opportunity to go to college. That might not be the opportunity for you to go to college, though. You might have a proposal for a scholarship. You know what I'm saying? But you got to wait on that opportunity. You know what I'm saying? You can't just wait on the opportunity. Oh, I got a 4.0 GPA. I'm going to just go to any college. But you got to wait on the particular college that suits whatever you trying to fit and that can fulfill whatever you need. You got to wait for the perfect time, you know? You got to, you know what, Yahweh Shema Shai, he's all about perfection, man. Be ye therefore perfect as your Father is in heaven, man. You know?
Yep.
So Yahweh Shema Shai requires perfection from us, man. You know? But yeah, that's it, brother. So yeah, with that, we want to give our praises to Yahweh, Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'Shem, Rakakadash. Double honors to the apostle and elders of Great Millstone, rule well. And peace and salutations to the house of David, the elect man pushing his truth throughout the four corners of the earth, you know. Shalom.
Shalom.